What if good enough was actually good enough? You hear it all the time, right? But honestly, are we content enough in life? Is our life just satisfactory enough? And would it be enough if it were? So a while back I was listening to a seminar and the woman said, "Content is my spiritual practice." And I was like, wow, that's amazing, because most of the time when we're talking to coaches or spiritual leaders or anybody who's in this world of law of attraction, they are shooting for bliss, ecstasy, happiness, joy. Nobody's really shooting for content, or just satisfied. What if content was your spiritual practice? That who you were being today was good enough. Not to say that it's bad, but that when we use the measuring stick, that things have to be spectacular, amazing, joy, happiness, bliss all the time, excitement, adventure, then the everyday all of a sudden becomes something that we start to beat ourselves up for, that we feel like we're not good enough because we don't have this amazing life that is just keeping us on an emotional high all the time. And that's not reality. We all know that, right? Life is full of emotional highs and lows. That's the way it goes. That's part of this earth school that we're a part of. Our emotions are indicators of how our life is going. And if life is going pretty good, then content is a great indicator that everything's okay. Why are we beating ourselves up and striving for something that is unsustainable? It's not sustainable to constantly be on an emotional high all the time. Yeah, we have our days when we feel really energetic and charged, but we have our days when we get through the day, everything gets done, it's pretty good, That's a win. That's a total win. And sometimes we don't give ourselves credit for the days when everything just goes pretty well. It's like just everything went smoothly, average, not really big highs, not really big lows. Imagine how much life would change if that was what we were striving for. If we were just striving to ease out, to level out our emotional highs and lows and come to a place where we felt content most of the time. I think this can really be something that we should be striving for. Yeah, it's just baked into the process of life that you're gonna have those days when you feel elated, when there's just so much joy. And you're gonna have those days where there's sadness and anger and resentment and guilt. That's gonna happen. But when we are constantly only giving ourselves a win, if the day was way up here, you're not going to win very many days. We want to win the day. If we shoot for contentment, for something that's satisfactory, it's good enough. That's great. Good enough really can be good enough. Good enough can be a total win. So think about this. Where in your life are you often beating yourself up because you're not on an emotional high in that area of your life? You're not always flying high in every possible way. Stop discounting yourself. Stop counting that against you. Make good enough, and see how your life changes when you're no longer beating yourself up for not being on those emotional highs all the time. I promise you that your life is going to even out and those emotional lows are going to get less too. And if for some reason there is something going on in your life where you are spending way too much time on the emotional lows, like contentment isn't even something that you could possibly shoot for right now in that area of your life, that's okay. But I'm here to help you. As a body code practitioner, this is something that I can help. It's to release some of those energies that are holding you in a lower vibrational space. It's what I do. It's how I help people. It's my contribution to the world. I want to make it my contribution to you. And if you want, I will do that for free. Just down below in the text, just below the beginning text, you're going to find a way to schedule an appointment with me. It's 20 minutes. It's completely free. We can talk about whatever you're struggling with. We'll be able to release some of those low vibe feelings and maybe get you to content with whatever it is that you're struggling with, because that is a springboard to something much greater, and we all have to have a place to spring from. So let's shoot for contentment as our spiritual practice.